welcome Josh from ToroAlerts.
Thank you. I'm Josh Kincaid. I'm a co-founder at ToroAlerts. We are an app that alerts you when to buy and when to sell stocks and cryptocurrency. So I met my business partner in 2019 at the Chartered Alternative Investment Analyst Association, CAIA for short. And I was talking about investing in cannabis as an alternative investment. So he comes up to me afterwards, he says, I've got this hedge fund, I use artificial intelligence and machine learning and predictive analytics. Is that something you would be interested in? I'm like, yeah, that sounds pretty dope, let's do that. So I put together a little cannabis portfolio, ended up doing pretty well. And so, and that's, to me, that's kind of special because I dropped out of the finance industry. I was managing a $650 million fund at Capital One and thought the entire industry was fraudulent. How can you have Goldman Sachs trade 5 years in a row without a single trading loss, a single day? So for me, I was out. And then I met my business partner, and I was like, if you can't beat them, join them. That's what I did. So we ended up taking this internationally, but not all places like India allow for 30-minute execution. They don't allow for AI to do your trading for you. So rather than sending clunky emails, we ended up creating an app. And that's a lot more streamlined, a lot more clean. And that was our chance of bringing Wall Street technology to Main Street, something I feel pretty passionate about, knowing my Wall Street background. And so this is my story of ToroAlerts. So we launched ToroAlerts in January of last year. It's been out for a year. We launched it as a consumer-facing product to other individuals of when to buy, when to sell. And so on the Android app store, it was really easy, but we had to decouple our crypto app because the iOS was a pain in the ass and nobody told us why. So it took a couple of months to go through that process. We had to make it completely free. They still didn't tell us, so it was launching an app. Good luck. I don't know what iOS's issues was, but it wasn't easy for us. We got it through, but we had to do 2 different apps. So that was learning lesson stage 1. A little bit of a delay on that. The problem we're trying to solve is emotions. We want to remove emotions from trading. So Warren Buffett is pretty famous for saying that if you can't control your emotions, you can't control your money. So what we're trying to do is avoid people buying high and selling low with our app. Investors are also looking at a different issue with Robo Advisors specifically. So there's no risk management tool for crypto out there. There's very weak risk management tools for stocks, limited choices on portfolios, and what is out there pretty much needs a software development engineer to figure it out. ToroAlerts, the solution is to remove emotions, use our technology, and then get results. Our marketing, however, didn't get the results we wanted. There's a lot of ego in this industry. So people who was looking for fully automated execution didn't really resonate for them. They want to be in control. They want to have the power. They have that ego. So we had to target our market. We had to tailor that specifically to individuals. Typically, people who are buying and selling stocks had to fit into 2 categories. You're either an investor or you're a trader. So the investors don't believe in timing the market, while traders think that timing the market is essential. And the only difference is that investors think that timing the market is exhausting, while 99% of the traders can't actually time the market. So we try to appeal to that ego by saying that ToroAlerts is more of a tool in your toolbox, something that they could use to mitigate risk, maybe not lose as much money, have some capital preservation, and obviously give them some peace of mind. The other problem was attrition. It's really, really expensive to advertise on a shoestring startup budget when you have turnover there's 93% turnover in our industry every 5 years, and only 1% is actually making money. So there's this saying that the trend is your friend. We should have been passively going after retail investors and aggressively going after business to business. And so we'll get to that in a moment. But Josh, what about buying and holding AMC and Dogecoin to the moon? There's another saying that time is money. So benefits can be seen in our performance right here. We have a very volatile portfolio, a cannabis portfolio that got negative 49% between January and September of last year. If you would have used technology, it would have been around 99%. How this is done is with smart frequency trading. So we analyze multiple data points to get potential trades using the automated algorithmic trading. So it's a combination of technical, quantitative, cognitive analysis along with predictive analytics. And our goal at ToroAlerts is to rank investment opportunities based on their probability of benefiting from economic conditions, trends, events, and then try to identify the best stocks with the greatest potential for appreciation. The issue that we had was third-party providers. Kind of stupid, but we didn't want redundancies. We want to pay for that. But the only thing that's more expensive than redundancies is having your third-party data feed break and then not be able to make money. So now we have multiple data feeds. The future of ToroAlerts, at least on the retail side right now, we've been trying to launch this since May and have run into some issues I'll get to in a moment. But basically, we're going to introduce the Arena and the So Intelligent platform. That's a social component coupled with artificial intelligence. So we're going to be providing web-based mobile app, third-party integration solutions, and the software is going to support our new Robo Advisory service as well as our initial hedge fund called the C3 fund. Do you guys remember when Nancy Pelosi's trades were being posted on Twitter? People were copying those and mirror trading those. That's copy trading. That's mirror trading. So we're going to have that on our platform as well. Individuals that have their own strategies can backtest those, list those algorithms, and release those to individuals that they can use as well. That's going to be called zero code. Registered investment advisors. This is going to be the future for business to business. As a registered investment advisor, they can utilize the platform to improve investments by picking and choosing strategies, and then they can reverse engineer mutual funds, looking at the sector weighting, or even customize their own technical alerts. But like I mentioned before, the issue is compliance. So I reached out to the regulator, and the regulator seriously asked me, what's a Robo Advisor? Okay. Then they asked me, what's an algorithm? And asked me if that was new. And I was like, not since 1978. Nope, it's not new. So we reached out to about 5 different attorneys, spent a ton of money, and then ended up basically having to take the most conservative opinion, which was to get fully licensed. If you guys have seen that cryptocurrencies, they basically have to apply like they're a stock. So it's basically secure. If you guys didn't know that it was either currency or a security, you know now that it's a security. So we went and did the most conservative approach, and we got fully licensed since this could be considered advice. So in addition to the co-founders, we've got a small team basically between India and Cambodia for software development to social media, and it's only costs us about $6,500 a month. So incredibly bootstrapped, but highly efficient at the same time. Some startup advice that seems quite obvious at this point, but practice doesn't make perfect, failure does, so fail fast. Decide early on, what's the cost benefit for elements like customer churn. Decide if it's worth it to raise capital. You guys can either spend a ton of money on advertising, or you can decide to raise money. The other thing is do bootstrap. Tailored inbound marketing. One is obviously more expensive than the other. Regardless, they'll stay focused. You guys are going to need to be agile enough to adjust when necessary. What I've seen is massive lack of focus. And then what we need, generally speaking, investment referrals are always nice. Being new, we kind of need to know best practices on how to approach banks and credit unions. But for this group specifically, if there's strategic partnerships that you know of that could be helpful, that would be amazing. Software stack options for companies like NVIDIA, plug and play, where we can get our software into their on there and have people find us, that would be awesome. I can reach at josh@toroalerts.com if you've got any suggestions. I would really, really appreciate it. With that, are there any questions? Yes?
How about the app?
The app is free. We have a freemium model, so it's ToroAlerts, and then ToroAlerts Crypto if you want the crypto app.
Since you're involved with Cannabis companies, do you know a company called Prohibited?
What is it?
Prohibited.
Oh, yeah. I heard
Joe
it.
Ryan.
What's his last name?
Allen.
Yeah. Small. Yes, sir.
Can you tell me a little more about exactly the service you provide in terms of, are you taking people's money and fully managing it? Are you providing suggestions for stocks? And to the extent you're providing suggestions, how much of that is customized of like, do they pick, here are the stocks I'm interested in, and then you give them timing, or is it just, here are the stocks we recommend at this moment in time, and exactly what the service you're providing or services you are providing?
Good question. So it depends on the format. At the hedge fund, you can wire money to us, whether it's an IRA or individually. We would manage that for you.
Okay.
If you're a registered investment advisor, we would lease you the algorithm and then off you. You can download the desktop, you can download the app, and it's free. You put in the first 10 securities that you want, and then those stocks will alert you when to buy and sell. So how it works is there's about 1,000 different technical indicators, and that'll alert you. It also takes into account fundamentals. So if there's a merger or whatever that happens, you can take advantage of that. So Hexo and Tilray, two cannabis companies, merged last year, and we got 50% in a day just off of that. If you wanted the premium model, you can pay for that, and then our AI would tell you what to buy with stuff you need to know. So there's a lot of different ways on there. If you weren't aware of crypto or what to do, then we'll just tell you.
And then the fee structure, I imagine, varies depending on the song. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank you for the presentation. So, one of the slides you had, in crypto portfolio was up 800% in 2021. I'm curious, how does your crypto portfolio look right now?
Great question. Yes. How is our crypto portfolio right now? Our crypto portfolio today doesn't exist. So last week we completely took it offline. Why? Because of we knew that this was going to happen. We didn't know it was going to happen today or yesterday with regulations. So we took it off because it raised too many concerns with what's happening on the regulatory front right now. So 876% is what we got in crypto last year. A lot of that was from shit coins like Dogecoin. But if you look at last year, I believe Bitcoin only went up 20%. So we were able to pull a lot of these from those smaller coins. That's how we got 876% on that. Did I answer your question?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So, so if I understand properly, your algorithm basically helps time the market and lets people know when to buy and sell either stocks or cryptocurrencies.
Correct, yeah. And we also have an option portfolio, futures portfolio, but yeah, it'll just alert you when to buy, when to sell. With crypto, for example, it's been pretty good. It'll alert you anywhere from 24 hours to a week in advance when to get out. Sometimes that's an opportunity cost, but I'd rather play it safe. And so that's basically how it works with stocks and crypto. But like I said, fundamentals, it doesn't really know until it happens. Yes, ma'am.
Given that you recently got licensed, did the mode in which you provide the buy and sell advice, will that change? Are you required to comply with any rules or regulations in terms of how you do your algorithms still work the same?
The algorithm doesn't change at all. Nothing changes. The only thing that changes is that on the hedge fund side, we don't need to be licensed. But once the app reaches the general public, all of a sudden now we are giving advice on a general basis. So I had to go out and get Series 65, it's a device license, and then I'm going to be taking my Series 3 for natural commodity futures license on Monday, so then we can launch the futures portfolio after that. So licensing is only required if you're going to be dealing with the public, which is why cryptocurrencies are now going to be considered the same as stocks and regulated as such.
One more question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I wanted to ask, what was your most difficult part of creating the app, and what do you find that your users are using the most?
Most difficult part of the app and what people are using the most. 3/4 are using the app at least once a month, and 1/3 are using it every day. People really like options. That's what people are on our website using the most is options. Maybe the most difficult or most challenging thing for us is putting ourselves in front. If you look at a lot of these Robo Advisors, you have no idea who they are. There's no people behind them, and there's that loss of trust factor. So how do you trust me as an advisor? So instead of just being this cheesy component, I want to be a trusted advisor. And I think that's the most difficult thing to get across is you're going to look at these returns and be, that's too good to be true. And then you don't know me, and so there's no trust. So I think the hardest thing is to reach out to people and say, this is legit, this is real and I'm trustworthy. And how you get that out is through advertising and marketing, but then you do that on a shoestring budget. So we're kind of slow to the game, and we're going to try to offset that by allowing other businesses to try to carry that force by quietly. I can talk to you afterwards. I guess my time is up. But thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
With that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is The Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.